Actually, we got some very valuable input, but I don't want to start with my session. Maybe, if it's okay, we can, maybe Melanie, can you give us a short report what you discussed about? Did you discuss the topic of the conference, or did you talk about Corona?
No, we had a good exchange. It was very fast, 24 minutes, I would say. And I will use the Padlet to show you some of our results. So actually we found good ideas and comments to all 3 questions. So first of all, what kind of support is most important for the countries? We heard some insights from Lithuania, from Finland, from Kaliningrad, Poland, and also Germany. So one thing that was highlighted was that education, to educate people to become successors, is very important. Of course, the financial support for both the buyer and the seller. In the end, we also talked about taxes, and the communication, of course, is very important. From Finland, we had an insight that in Finland, it's often one person who is responsible for, in a specific region, for the business transfer. So to have also personal contact that provides you with the information that a business is for sale at all, that's to start with. And also in Finland, there's the system that the company can be split in some parts, so that some part goes to the state and only a part can be taken by the successor, if that's interesting. And we heard also in Kaliningrad in Poland that there is still this issue of raising the awareness of this problem and changing the mindset and building trust that business transfers can be successful also with people that are not family members, and also to build trust in the local administration that they can be of good help with that. And then when we look at the next question, how the organizations can support business transfers. So we talked again about education, that universities should include really concrete business transfer tools into their studies, and also important to cooperate and to have good connections with the local companies and also enterprise associations, and to promote business transfers as such again, and then also to have transfer of best practices and individual stories. For the 3rd question, again, raising awareness, so dissemination is also an important thing here, and that in all countries the chambers and business associations should aim to really transfer the action plans and policy plans to the administration of the countries and to consult them every day. So I think we had some good discussion, and thank you.
I think you missed one point, that Professor Dr. Navskas must be Minister of Economy again.
Yes, that was internally agreed by all of us.
I support this. Unfortunately, I cannot vote in Lithuania, but yeah.
Danke für große Vertrauen. Ich bin bereit.
Gute Erfahrung. With good experiences. Okay. Thank you, Melanie. Then we'll proceed to the second group. Svea, would you like to share some insights?
Sorry, I'm having like multitasking. I eat lunch, I think. We had, as you can see, a lot of inputs. We had everyone sat something, or a lot of people sat something. For the first question, we mainly sat that we need the most important things that were coaching, finance, so offering financial support and taxation, or better financial support and taxation, and also sharing the good practices. For example, the model of transfers that we introduced today, these kind of things are really important in the countries. We had a lot, as you can see on the second question. So we had things like, a lot of it was about support in supporting immigrants as successors and trying to help them integrate and contribute to the economy. We had also focusing specifically on the smaller medium enterprises, and then focusing on in family business transfers and shared values, on knowledge and building a shared vision. We also focused or emphasized that you need to offer individual support, not just have a program and then use that program for everyone, but really focus on the individual company. You need to support female entrepreneurs in all sectors. Someone suggested matchmaking to have an infrastructure so that the support companies get the support that they need. Offer more training, support micro enterprises, especially because they're usually struggling to access the support because they're too small and therefore not interesting enough for the private sector. And for the third question, I had the typo. So institutionalizing knowledge in chambers, then supporting families with multiple children with legal measures so that everyone actually has the chance to take over a business and not just the firstborn or the son. Again, sharing best practices, also sharing and supporting ongoing other EU projects like Spring, and also changing the taxation, supporting businesses with their taxation, which needs to be tackled at a national level. I think that is us.
Okay, Svea, thank you very much. Anybody who would like to add something from Svea's group? No, it doesn't seem that way. Then I would like to conclude with my group. And I see I've been less diligent on writing. We talk quite intensively, but similar experiences, of course. What kind of support is most important for your country is, of course, the coaching, but also the easier financial support, so access to funding and access to money. We talked a lot about family business transfers that should be made without pressure, and the presentation by Anders was praised, and also his input regarding the involvement of the wider family, the spouses, etc. How important it is to support female entrepreneurship, of course, is something that every organization can actively support in your region, in your countries. So not only to look for male successors, but in particular, try to locate female successors and help them to take over the businesses. And we should make clear to the younger generation that your own business doesn't mean that you started from scratch, but it can only mean that you take over an existing company. So this is something that's not very widely considered, but I think we can raise some awareness to this point, that it's how important it is to also take over a company and then start your business in that company with your existing infrastructure. Regarding the political support, it was pointed out that in some countries, the legal regulations is in the process at this moment. It just started some years ago and will be hopefully finished in the next 1 or 2 years, especially on family businesses. The knowledge should be institutionalized in a business support organization so it doesn't get lost. And this probably is something that's very important for all regions, that if we manage to get this information on business transfers, our models, the issues with knowledge management, the tools institutionalized in the regional chambers or universities, then it stays within that organizations. This can be quite helpful to have a sustainable business transfer network. Yes, this is about actually all I wanted to share with you. We are 2 minutes ahead of the time, so if you want to say something about business transfers or INBETS, now is your time. I also checked the Padlet. The Padlet will be still available for the next week. So if you have anything you would like to share or get some contact, we'll be happy to provide you with information or answer any questions. But at the moment, I don't see any question or comment that we missed. No, looks quite good. So then, if nobody raises his hand, I would like to say thank you very much for helping me to organize this conference, and thank you very much to my team for doing an excellent job. Thank you to all the speakers. It was perfect presentations, and you all kept very much in time. We are 1 minute ahead of the time, so it's perfect. And if I keep on talking like this, we will finish at exactly the same time. But just to let you know, the last thing, maybe INBETS, so the project will end in very much in this week. But then INBETS Plus starts, because we have been approved an extension program, so we can continue with our activities until the end of this year, and hopefully we can arrange a real conference by the end of the year where we happily will invite all of you, so I can see you in person and discuss next time from face to face. Let's keep our thumbs pressed. And if it's possible for you, just turn on your camera for last wave, and then we can take a screenshot of everybody waving happily, if that's okay for you. And thank you very much. Have a pleasant weekend, and hopefully soon a corona-free environment. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It was very nice to see you all.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Time frame.